Most people think manifestation is about saying the right words, doing the right technique, or acting like everything is fine until something magically happens. But the truth is, this belief is actually the reason why it's not working. What if the universe doesn't care about the technique at all? What if it only responds to the way someone feels, the state they live in, not the methods they use? In this video, everything you thought about manifestation is going to shift. Many people hear about manifestation and immediately think it's something magical, like casting a spell or using some secret trick to make the universe do what they want. They imagine that if they say the right words, write a few sentences over and over, or repeat affirmations 100 times, something will suddenly change. But that's not how manifestation really works. It's not magic. It's not about tricks. It's not about trying to control the world outside. Manifestation is actually something very natural. It's like gravity or the way plants grow. It's part of how life works. It's always happening, even when someone isn't trying. Just like gravity pulls everything down, manifestation responds to the thoughts, emotions, and beliefs that someone lives with every day. The truth is, manifestation doesn't care about the words a person says if those words don't match how they feel inside. Someone could say, "I am rich," again and again, but if they feel poor, worried, or full of doubt, those feelings are stronger than the words. The universe, or life itself, is always responding to what's happening inside. It listens to the emotional state, the inner energy, not just the surface words or actions. That's why so many people try hard and still feel stuck. They are doing all the right steps on the outside, but on the inside, their energy is saying something very different. When a person lives in fear, even if they speak about success, they are still sending out fear. When they feel desperate, even if they act confident, that desperation is what life reflects back to them. That's why it's not about trying harder or doing more techniques. It's about changing the state of being. The inner world creates the outer world, not the other way around. Manifestation becomes much easier when someone understands this. They can stop chasing methods and start paying attention to their inner state. Are they calm? Are they trusting? Do they feel like they already have what they want? Or are they waiting and checking and hoping all the time? That difference matters more than any script or vision board. So instead of thinking of manifestation like a trick or a special skill, think of it as something that's already happening all the time. It's just that now, it's time to become more aware of it. Life is always reflecting back what someone believes and feels most deeply. If someone wants to change what shows up on the outside, they must change the state they are living from on the inside. That's not magic. That's just how it works. Once this is truly understood, there's no need to force anything anymore. There's only a need to align with it. A lot of people believe that if they just keep saying positive things over and over, their life will start to change. They focus on saying affirmations, thinking good thoughts, and doing small techniques all day long. But many still don't get the results they want. They begin to wonder what they are doing wrong, even when they are putting in so much effort. The reason is actually very simple. Manifestation does not happen because of the words someone says. It happens because of the feelings they carry inside. The subconscious mind, which controls most of what shows up in life, does not respond to just words. It responds to emotion. It listens to what someone feels to be true more than what they say is true. If a person says, "I am happy," but deep down they feel sad or empty, the subconscious doesn't believe the words. It listens to the sadness. And that's what keeps showing up in life. The same thing happens with other desires, like love, money, success, or health. If someone feels fear, lack, or worry while thinking about these things, that's the energy that gets sent out, and that's what life keeps giving back. That's why it's so important to pay attention to how something feels. Many people say they want something, but when they think about it, they feel anxious, stressed, or frustrated. And those feelings tell the real story. That's the emotional state they are living in. That's the state the universe responds to. It's not the words, it's not the action. It's the feeling behind it all. This is also why complaining can be so harmful, even if it seems like a small thing. Every time someone complains about their life, they are telling the universe, "This is what I believe. This is my truth." And the universe says, "Okay," and gives them more of that experience. Complaining is not just a habit, it's a signal. It tells life what to bring next. Even reading or listening to a lot of negative stuff online can pull someone into that same low energy without realizing it. That's how powerful the emotional state is. So instead of focusing on doing more or saying more, it's better to stop and check in with the feeling. What does it feel like when thinking about the goal? Is it peaceful? Is it exciting? Or is it full of worry and doubt? That feeling is the real message being sent out. And that's the real work, to shift that feeling, not just repeat positive words. Manifestation becomes easier when someone learns to move into a feeling that matches the life they want. The more often they feel safe, calm, happy, or grateful, the more their subconscious starts to believe that this is their new reality. And once the subconscious believes it, the outer world begins to reflect it. Because the real language of manifestation is not words, it's feelings. A big reason people struggle with manifestation is because they don't realize they are pushing away the very things they want. This doesn't happen because they are doing something wrong on the outside. It happens because, deep inside, they are holding negative feelings about the thing they desire. For example, someone may want to have more money, but they might also believe that rich people are greedy or selfish. They may have been taught that having money makes someone a bad person, or that it's wrong to want too much. So while they are trying to attract money, they are also rejecting it at the same time, without even knowing it. This creates a problem because manifestation needs alignment. That means everything inside, feelings, beliefs, and thoughts, should match the thing someone wants. If there is a part inside that judges, fears, or dislikes the thing being asked for, that part will act like a block. The universe responds to the overall energy, not just to the desire. If the energy says, I want it, but I don't really like it, then it becomes very hard for the desire to show up. That's why many people stay stuck for a long time. They think they're doing everything right, but they don't realize they are carrying hidden judgments that stop the flow. To fix this, it helps to look at how one feels about the thing they want. If someone wants love, do they believe they are worthy of it? Do they believe love is safe? If someone wants success, do they feel jealous of successful people? Or do they think success only comes from cheating or being dishonest? These beliefs matter more than any technique. They create the emotional state that attracts or repels what's being asked for. One powerful way to shift this is to bless the things being desired, even when they show up in other people's lives. Instead of feeling bitter or jealous when someone else gets what you want, try to feel happy for them. Use that moment as a sign that it's possible. Let it remind you that life can change and that good things are available for everyone, including you. This softens the judgment and makes space for your own blessing to come in. Also, stop saying negative things about the goals. If someone keeps saying rich people are bad, then the mind learns to avoid wealth. If someone keeps saying relationships never work, then the heart won't trust love. These words may seem small, but they plant strong seeds inside the subconscious, and those seeds grow into reality. To manifest something, you have to fully accept it. That means you stop judging it. You respect it. You open your heart to it. You let it in without shame, guilt, or fear. When your inner world makes peace with what you want, the outer world will bring it to you faster than you thought possible. One of the most common reasons someone doesn't receive what they want is not because the desire is too big or the universe is saying no. It's because there's inner conflict. That means part of them wants the desire, but another part is afraid of it, unsure about it, or doesn't fully believe it's possible. This creates a mixed message, and when the message is not clear, nothing moves. The universe doesn't respond to confusion. It responds to clear, strong energy, and that clarity has to come from the inside. Let's say someone is trying to manifest a certain lifestyle. They picture it, they talk about it, and they even feel excited about it. But deep inside they also feel nervous. They wonder if they can handle it. They worry about what people will think. They feel unsure if they really deserve it. These feelings are not just passing thoughts. They create a vibration, an energy that tells life, I'm not ready for this. So even though they are asking for something good, they are also holding back. This is what stops the manifestation from happening. It's not about lack of effort. It's about lack of alignment. This is why checking the emotional response to the desire is so important. How does it feel to imagine actually having it, not just wanting it, but living it? Does it bring peace or does it bring stress? Are there any hidden fears that say, if I get this, I might lose it? Or, maybe I'm asking for too much? These small voices inside carry a lot of power, and they shape what's allowed to come in. Many times, people don't even know they have these inner blocks until they slow down and become aware of what's really going on. That's why reflection matters. Taking a moment to feel the truth behind the desire is powerful. If it doesn't feel safe, if it doesn't feel real, that's a sign that the subconscious needs support. Not more techniques, not more affirmations, just more clarity and emotional honesty. The good news is that once the inner conflict is cleared, things move fast. When someone becomes crystal clear about what they want, and when they feel truly good about it, there's nothing in the way. The desire feels natural, it feels right, and that's when it flows easily into their life. So if something isn't showing up, it doesn't mean the dream is wrong. It just means the inner world might need some cleaning up, and that's okay. That's part of the journey. The moment someone becomes fully aligned, where the desire, belief, and emotion all match, the outside world has no choice but to reflect. Many people hear about something called SATs, state akin to sleep, and they think it's something complicated or mysterious. They believe it's some kind of deep, magical trance that only spiritual masters can reach. But it's not that hard at all. SATs is simply the relaxed, drowsy feeling a person gets right before falling asleep. It's that quiet moment when the body is tired, the mind is soft, and thoughts start to slow down. This is a powerful moment because the subconscious mind becomes more open. It's not guarded by too much logic or doubt. That's why it's the perfect time to gently feed the mind a new belief or a new image. During this time, someone can start to imagine their wish as already done. They can create a simple scene in their mind, one that shows they already have what they wanted. It doesn't have to be long or detailed, it just has to feel real. Imagine how the air smells, how the body feels, what sounds are in the room, and how the heart feels knowing that the dream has already come true. The goal is not to force the image. The goal is to enjoy it, like daydreaming with purpose. This is how the subconscious begins to accept a new version of life. Affirmations can also be powerful, but only when used the right way. The purpose of affirmations is not to say them 100 times with stress or fear. The goal is to speak them gently, clearly, and with belief. When someone says, "I am calm," but they are shouting it inside their mind with frustration, it doesn't help. But if they say, "I am calm," and take a deep breath and really feel what calm feels like, that is when the affirmation starts to work. The subconscious listens to belief and feeling, not noise or effort. Many people give up on affirmations too soon because they don't see instant results. But affirmations are like watering a plant. You may not see the roots growing, but something is still happening underneath the surface. If someone keeps repeating calm, loving, and believable affirmations with trust, the inner state begins to shift. And once the state changes, reality changes with it. The key is not to use these tools like chores. Don't turn SATs into something stressful. Don't treat affirmations like a race. These are quiet, loving ways to communicate with the deeper self. They help build belief over time. They help create a peaceful space inside where the desire already feels real. And when that feeling becomes natural, that's when manifestation happens. So the only right way to manifest is to focus on the inner state. Use imagination when the mind is soft. Use words that bring peace, not pressure. And most of all, believe that change is possible. Not because of how hard someone tries, but because the universe always responds to the state they live in, not the words they speak. If this video helped you see manifestation in a new way, tell me in the comments. What part clicked for you the most? I'd love to know how you're shifting your state starting today.